Good morning, Shavua Tov. My favorite Holocaust story, not that one should necessarily have a favorite Holocaust story, is Elie Wiesel's God on Trial, where there was a group of people in a barracks one night in Auschwitz. They decided to put God on trial, run a court case, say, is God responsible? Has God turned away from the Jews? Does God no longer care because of everything that's going on during the Holocaust? And they judged, and then they came to the conclusion, God is chayav, God is responsible, God has turned away. And then someone says, it's time to pray, time for Marav V'hu, and they got on with praying. This week's Parsha, Emor, it begins with Vayomeh Hashem el Moshe Emor el Kohanim b'nei Aaron v'amarta lehem lenefesh lo yitamar ba'amav. That God says, speak to the Kohanim, to the priests, don't come in contact with a dead person in case you are Tameh. It's usually translated as impure. We could think of it as spiritually unbalanced, out of homeostasis. I think there's a play on words, Tameh, pure, as well as impure, spelled differently, but that's another thing. The Ishbitzer explains there are two approaches to life. He says the Kohanim, the priests, their job is to see the good in everything, because everything that Hashem does is for the good, even though we don't necessarily understand it, especially during the major challenges. The other approach is everything's by chance, it's all by luck, and at that point there's no address to turn to. People can just get angry, and the choice really is despair. And he goes further, so the connection with the dead is, if we say that everything's by chance, that there is no creator, there's no creation, then really it's the energy of the dead, and we want to focus on life. Right now we've got the choice to go for despair. We could focus on all of the synagogue institutional attacks in the last 3 weeks alone, Finchley Reform, Jewish Futures, Kenton Shul. We can focus on the news, how Jews are responsible for the war in Iran, how Jews are responsible for the downfall of the royal family and the British government because of Epstein, etc. How Jews are responsible, or we can say we don't understand it. It's obviously awful and painful, but ultimately we can believe in God and everything is for the good. Tonight in the Omer, and it's interesting, this week's Parsha is Emor, Omer, same play on words. We count and we say the quality of the evening is Netzach Sheben Netzach. It's endurance in endurance, or focus and focus, ambition in ambition. So we can choose despair or we can choose devotion. We can choose the belief in God that is for the good, but ultimately we don't know why that is. So if we were to put God on trial, we can say God is innocent, everything is for the best, with that blend of belief, that blend of faith, and we can see ultimately everything is for the good. So a good week ahead. Shavua Tov.